What up, y'all? It's KP, the sports chick, and so I'm just going to get this off my chest because I'm sitting here on my porch working, and I can't get it off my mind. It's this frivolous, ridiculous Javale McGee versus Shaq beef, and I have so much. I'm trying to work here, and I got all of this foolery and shenanigan on my mind, so I'm just going to get it out real quick. First of all, why is this even a beef? We're talking about a retired player who is considered to be better than the actual active player. And okay, so fine. The reason why this all started is because, unless you've been hiding under a rock for the last 3 years, Shaq has been doing this segment called Shaq and Fool, which is to me like one of the most hilarious segments in sports, as far as the pundits go, as far as the analysts go. This is like, first of all, Inside the NBA is an award-winning show, and I think this just adds to it. It's hilarious. Who doesn't want to see this? Like, who has ever said, stop playing Shaq and the Fool, it's ridiculous? Well, I can think of one person. It's probably JaVale McGee, because I know he's been annoyed with the whole. And you know what? Shaq doesn't bring up JaVale McGee every single Shaq and a Fool. However, if you do something that qualifies for Shaq and a Fool, don't be mad when you end up on Shaq and a Fool. We know that the premise of Shaq and a Fool is like doing silly stuff and like boneheaded stuff and stuff that is considered to be like come on, like you can do better type stuff. And so JaVale McGee, if you qualify to be on Shaq and the Fool, they're working off your material. So don't get mad when you think that you're getting pointed out. No, bro. You are just doing things that cause you to be on Shaq and the Fool. So with that said, Shaq did this whole segment on JaVale McGee, this kind of like little 3 to 5 minute deal about and it was basically all of JaVale McGee's flops that had been on Shaq and a Fool. And so it really just centered on him, and he didn't like it. So hence a Twitter war began. Honestly, I didn't know JaVale McGee had it in him to start this Twitter beef. I didn't know if he thought it was going to become a beef. I think he knew that by saying what he said, which is, you got my nuts in your mouth, Shaq, would have probably got a response out of Shaq. He probably didn't think it would be, I'm going to whoop your you can talk all you want on Twitter, but let's see how you act around me. And it just went back and forth for a couple of hours. Then KD got involved in it and said that Shaq is a great player, but, he airballed from the free throw line, and he couldn't hit a free throw to save his life. He just happened to be big and massive, and that's why he was so dominant. But, hey, he's a great player. And then, and then he, threw some little dig. He said that Shaq was being childish, but JaVale McGee started the Twitter beef based off of a segment that Shaq did based off of all of your flops. You flopped. It's not like Shaq went in there and altered any video. No, you did it. Okay? And then so, KD calls it childish, and then he says, I didn't know cops could threaten civilians or whatever it was he said. That's what he said. And then Steve Kerr says, defends JaVale McGee. First of all, JaVale McGee clearly can do his own defending. He doesn't need anybody else to do it, because he's the one that started on Twitter. Secondly, it's only a beef because everybody's making it beef. Like, if they were sitting there saying, you got my nuts in your mouth, and Shaq was like, yo, I'm going to whoop your butt next time I see you, you're going to use them Twitter fingers in my face, then, and nobody said anything about it, this would not be a beef. But of course, we're going to talk about it. I'm talking about it because it's ridiculous. Like, what are they really going to do except keep talking? Really? So what do you think? You think this is an actual beef, or do you think it's ridiculous just like I think? Let me know in the comments. KP the Sports Chick, always at YouTube. You can find all my social media links on there. I'm very active, and check me out. I'll talk to you soon.